To split items in n8n, add a split out node to your workflow and connect it directly after the node that contains your list or array of data. Open that split out node settings, find the field that holds the multiple records. It might be called something like items, results, data, or a custom field name from your previous node, and select it from the dropdown. Once you save that configuration and execute the workflow, every record inside that original field becomes its own individual item, ready to be processed one at a time. If you find that helpful, please like and subscribe, and let's walk through the full process so you can do this confidently in your own automations. Before you start, make sure you have an existing workflow open in n8n, either in the cloud or a self-hosted install, and that you have a node in that workflow that outputs multiple pieces of data. This could be a node that fetched a list of customers from a CRM, pulled rows from a spreadsheet, returned product details from an API, or even generated an array of test items. You need at least one node that gives you more than one record inside a single workflow item, because that's exactly what the split out node is designed to break apart. Let's begin. Open your workflow in the editor and identify the node that contains your multiple records. If you're unsure, just click on that node's output and look at the Data tab. You'll see something like an array or a list inside one field. That field is your target. Now, click the Add Node button, which looks like a small plus sign on the connector dot below that node. In the search bar, type Split Out. You'll see the Split Out node appear in the results. Select it, and it will be added directly to your workflow, automatically connected after your chosen node. If you prefer, you can also drag a connection manually from your data node to a new node, and then pick Split Out from the node menu. Now, double-click the Split Out node to open its configuration panel. This is where the real work happens. The most important setting is the Field to Split box. Click into it, and n8n will show you a list of all the properties available in the data coming from the previous node. You need to pick the exact field that wraps your list. For example, if your data looks like 10 customers, you would select customers. If your data is a raw array, something like tank and ID 1, tank and ID 2, the field you want is often the root level, and you might see something like a dot notation or just the array name. A common mistake here is selecting a field that contains a single value or a string instead of an array. If you do that, the split out node will either produce no items or split on individual characters, which is almost never what you intend. To avoid that, before you save, look at the input data preview at the bottom of the split out settings. It shows you a sample of the data coming in. Confirm that your chosen field shows multiple entries, usually displayed as brackets with multiple objects inside. Once you've selected the correct field, you can leave the rest of the settings at their defaults for most use cases. The Options section lets you toggle things like disable splitting on empty field or keep empty fields, but you rarely need those unless you're handling edge cases where some records might be incomplete. Save the node configuration by closing the settings panel. Now it's time to test. Click the Execute Workflow button at the top of the editor to run the workflow up to this point. When execution finishes, click on the Split Out node to see its output. In the Output tab, you'll see that what was previously a single item containing a list has now become multiple separate items, one for each record. Each item is independent with its own set of fields. This is the core of what splitting does. It transforms a single data packet that contains many things into many data packets that each contain one thing. From here, you can attach any node after the split out to process those individual items. For example, if you've split a list of orders, you could connect an email node to send a confirmation for each order, a database node to upsert each record, or a filter node to only keep items meeting certain criteria. One powerful pattern is to use an IF node right after the split out to branch logic for different types of records. For instance, if an item's status is active, send it down one path, and if it's inactive, send it down another. You can also use a set node to clean or rename fields on each individual item before it moves further down the workflow. A useful tip: rename your split out node to something descriptive, like split customers or break apart product list. This makes your workflow much easier to read later, especially when you come back to it weeks or months afterward. Also, keep in mind that splitting large datasets, thousands of records for example, will create thousands of individual items which can slow down execution and might hit rate limits on connected services. If you only need to process a subset, consider using a filter node before the split out, or use the limit option in the preceding node to reduce the data volume. Once your entire workflow is built and tested, save it by clicking the Save button, and then activate it if you want it to run on a schedule or trigger. After activation, you can monitor execution history to ensure every split item was handled correctly. If any items appear missing or cause errors, go back to the execution log, click on the failed step, and inspect the input data. You'll often find that either the field you split on contained unexpected data, like a null value or an empty array, or that a downstream node couldn't handle a particular record format. You've now completed splitting items in n8n. This technique lets you turn any list from an API, a database, a form, or any other source into a series of individual records that you can loop through, filter, enrich, or act upon. Whether you're sending personalized emails, creating separate CRM entries, updating inventory records, or processing API responses one by one, the split-out node gives you that fine-grained control. If you'd like to go deeper, try combining it with the merge node to bring data back together after processing, or use the loop over items node, which works similarly but with built-in iteration. Save this video or revisit the steps anytime you need to break down a list in your workflows. Thanks for watching.